Hi, hello, namaste. Hi friends, welcome to my channel Roopa Life Coach, and today I will be taking a new series, Break the Frame Off in parallel to Power Off. Break the frame off, I'm trying to help you guys with breaking whatever the inhibitions or blocks that you have in the path of your success. I would like to start with a story today. Long ago, there was a king who was a very good in ruling, and there was hardly any crime in his country. But one day, a robber was brought to the court, and he was proved that he was robbing, and he was caught red handed. Unfortunately, the robber could not escape, and the king had a practice to any criminal, he was giving the same punishment, and sentenced his before he sentenced his punishment, he gave two options to the robber. He gave two options to the robber. He asked, "Hey, tomorrow I will be making you stand in front of a door that is opaque, and you have to break open the door to receive whatever is there other side, and you do not have any option to say no about it." Second option is, day after tomorrow, you will be hanged to death. You can choose a punishment that would be executed tomorrow or day after. So please tell me, what is that you are willing to choose? The robber was very scared, and he chose the day after tomorrow punishment, that is, he will be hanged to death. The king sentenced his punishment and asked his soldiers to do accordingly. On the day of punishment, king went and saw the robber. He was in a very distressed situation, and he was very uncomfortable about what happened. Robber was asked if he had any last wish. Robber did not say anything, but just one question he had. If I would have opted what if I would have opted the punishment that you had sentenced yesterday, then what would have that been? If I would have broken the door, what I would have seen or what I would have gone through? The king just smiled. Wait, and I'll tell you just before you get hanged. The robber, was brought to the hang, and before he was hung, he was whispered in his ears, if you would have opened the door, if you would have broke open the door, you would have met your freedom. You would have gotten another chance to overcome your life and the mistakes. Because you were fearful, you could not get that option. You ended up today with hanged to death punishment. Robber was stunned, and he was taken to hang to death, and king smiled and told, everyone does choose the second option always, to get hanged death, but not the first option. If the robber would have chosen the door, and if he would have realized his mistakes, or if he would have realized what his worth was, he would have had a chance to live his life of his choice. But the only thing what made him not to get into that space is only one thing, that is his fear. He was fearful about breaking open the door, thinking, because there were a lot of things running in his mind. Oh my God, there may be a dragon, there may be a tiger, there may be some dark, kind, whatever the fear. Now, what could have been gone through his mind to opt for the hang to death and not the freedom of door, not the freedom door? Just think, sit back and think, what kind of life are you living? You have something in life and you want to achieve something, and what is that it is stopping you from? Is it your fear? If you see, fear is just a mere tingling in your head or in your senses, or it's just a mere illusion that makes you being highly alert, but it doesn't mean you cannot face the fear and overcome it. There are a lot of fears of being judged, being, you know, someone being very critical about them, lot of, being undervalued. So all such things is a fear factor that is actually not helping you to move ahead. If you value yourself, if you know your worth, if you think you're able, you're able, and you're able to manage your life in a way that you choose, then you don't have to go for second option, hang to death, that in fear and die one day. So friends, make sure that you will not bow down to fears. If the fear is genuine and if you're really, 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 really at stake, then think twice. But if you think that your fear is very illusion, it's not the real thing. It's just your thoughts playing with your mind, and your mind is playing with you, and you have been slave of that. Then I really, really request that please overcome that fear. Sit down, think, why is that fear there? Is it because of your previous inhibitions, or is it because of your previous experiences? What is the chance that, how much is the chance that this tomorrow is going to repeat? If it repeats, what is that? What will happen? Will you die? Or will something happen to your loved ones? What is that would happen? What are the chances that you really, really will be struggling? And after you struggle, if you face it, and what is that you would get post that? Look at the end result. What would you face? Imagine, visualize what would happen post facing your fear. Isn't it would be beautiful? Will it not be so beautiful that you really, if you have missed it during your lifetime, don't you think you will miss it throughout your life? You would have missed. So if you feel that if you didn't do something and you would miss it, please make sure that you overcome your fear and face it, to take it as a challenge and work on yourself to face your fear. More power to all of you, whoever is watching this video. And I really, really pray and wish that you overcome your fear with all power and love and care towards you and your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure that you hit that like button. While you're on it, click on the subscribe and the small bell icon next day to get my future notification. Also, if you have some questions that I can answer, I'll be glad if you put it in the comments below. If you like my video and if you think you can give any feedback or any comments that I would have to improve on, I welcome and I humbly receive those comments. Thank you so much for being such wonderful support. God bless.